I'm so sorry. I got it.
Lights on so that, can you see me or does it look like a black blob?
It kind of looks a little dark.
We'll turn the lights on so you can see. Okay, well we need to get through this in 10 minutes or less so that we have time for bingo, I think. Okay.
And bingo.
So this is a program online called Prezi. I don't know if you've seen it much or not yet. But it's in social studies. You're right. So. This is called A Night at the Opera vocabulary. And I'll have a link to this on the web page too, so that if you want to practice your vocab at home over the weekend, you can. Okay? Opera is what?
A play in which actors have their own parts.
No, look at it.
They sing the entire time.
Actors do what? Sing their own parts. So, I could have a play.
He says it right.
I could have a play. I pay attention. I could have a play where there's songs in it, but that's not an opera. That's just a Disney cartoon. Okay? An opera is when you sing all of it. Okay? So it would be like, I want a sandwich, and you'd be like, what kind of sandwich? Peanut butter and jelly. I don't like that. I want turkey. Whatever. Okay? And you just keep singing the whole time. Now, all of those individual things, all those notes are written out. They don't just make it up. Someone actually sat down and writes out exactly how they're supposed to sing every single line.
I have a question.
It's crazy, yeah.
Okay, when the opera sing, they have their own language, they sing
I'm
Depends on what kind of opera. It could be a French opera, it could be an Italian opera. Opera has whatever language it was written in. Okay. Ready? We gotta get through this in 10 minutes. Hey, 10 minutes and counting. Now it's like 7 minutes. And I'm doing this for you. I could just say, hey, I put a Prezi online, go find the stuff yourself. But hopefully this way I'll sink it in a little bit more. An aria is a vocal solo in an opera that is very emotional. So, when I'm saying, I want a sandwich, what kind of sandwich? That's not an aria. We're just dialoguing. Okay? We're just communicating in song. But then everybody else leaves the stage. And the music goes dum 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 dum. And I step up and I go, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And everybody's like, I love this song, he loves this sandwich, And when they leave the opera, that's what they remember. They remember Joshua Esch singing peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Beautiful.
Okay? That's an aria. Put it on iTunes, yeah. You know this one already. Opera seria is a what?
Serious.
Yeah, this guy over here, okay? It's the first popular form of opera. It's the first kind they had. Okay? Yeah, Sirius is the sad guy. Comic opera. Funny Italian operas made popular by Mozart. Okay? And money. That's why Mozart wrote operas, was to make money. Okay? The second popular form of opera. So first they were serious, and actually they would have little comic sections, like intermissions, where comedians would come out and do a comic opera, and they'd all laugh. Well, they liked those parts so much that they said, we should just make operas that are all funny. Now some operas, operas usually last 2 to 3 hours long.
That's cool.
Okay? I don't know if I can do it, guys. I've never sat through it. Marriage of Figaro is a very popular, what kind of opera? Comic opera by Mozart. You can even see the looks on their faces and the way they're dressed and just kind of how the scene is set up that it's probably something pretty funny. 16th century. How long is a century?
100 years.
How long?
100 years.
100 years. So the part that always confused me is, why is the name of the century not the same as the hundreds that we're talking about? Like, the 1500s is the 16th century. Or the 1400s is the 15th century. Okay? It's because it's the year that they're in. So look, I wrote it down for you so you can see. Right. 1 to 99 is the first 100 years. If you just replace the word century with 100 years, it makes more sense. The first century is the first 100 years. 1 to 99. Okay, really 1 to 100, but as soon as it's 100 and 1 second, we move into the next century. Okay? So then 100 to 199 is the second group of 100 years, the second century. Okay? 200 to 299 is the third century. 300 to 399 is the fourth century. Do you see how it's talking about the group of 100 years that you're in? Do you see that? So, opera was born in what century? The 16th century, says Gene. Is he right?
Yes.
Yeah. What part of the 16th? Beginning or the end? The end. Look at the date up there. Opera started at the end of the 16th century, 1598. What was the date? 1598. Okay? That was when they figure the first opera came about out of Italy. Okay? No, I'm sure it wasn't. Classical music, the time period when music as we know it was born and grew up. Yikes. Okay? So they figure classical music, they figure around 1550. Okay? Right, Asia?
What?
Okay? 1550, and it ended about 1900. Western music. Music that comes from Western Europe and the Americas, North, Central, and South. This is all, this is a lot of Europe, but right here, guys, is really from here over. Spain, Germany, France, England. That's where most of Western music came from. And then as they, moved over and occupied the Americas, more of it influenced over here, plus the music that was already here with your Native American cultures, and it just kind of mixed, and now we have what we have today as Western music, all of that music, and the combinations of it all. Okay? So there's your Prezi. I'm looking for the definitions, or as close as you can, to the definitions that I gave on the Prezi. You don't have to remember every single century thing. All you got to know is the concept. I just wanted to write it all down so that you could see. Okay? Now, so the next part of the lesson, we're going to do bingo. What you need to do is you can see your vocab words. I have them listed at the bottom of your sheet. And you need to, with your partner, fill out your bingo sheet. And I want you both to write it down. Don't just do one. I want you both practicing your writing skills. It'll help you remember how to spell the words if you actually write them down. So you should have 2 bingo sheets that look exactly the same. You guys sure? You're in partners, so.
That's
Here we
big.
go. Ready?
Wait, no.
I'm gonna say the definition. You give me the word, and I need a raise of hands, and I'll call on you. The first hand I see with the right definition gets it. Okay? This is the name of a very popular comic opera by Mozart. That was the first hand I saw. The Marriage of Figaro. You guys can mark it off. The name of serious Italian opera. Opera Syria. Nice job. Okay. What is this?
What?
My sandwich. That was the first hand I saw right there.
That would be. Yeah, we heard it before.
No. My sandwich. An aria. Yep, an aria. Not an area. An aria. Okay. A funny opera. Oh, you guys said bingo?
No, I have to say musical.
You gotta sing it.
There's a musical.
You gotta sing it.
I wrote
No.
4.
You gotta sing it. We have a bingo or something like that.
Can I just sing it?
No, give it to us. Yeah. Hey, when you guys got comic opera, you gotta be
I thought like that happened.
with the raise of hands. Okay. 1, I learned absolutely nothing. 3, I learned a little bit. 1, 2, 3. 4, a little bit more. 5, I had no clue really what an opera was, and now I feel like I do. Show me where you're at. How much did you feel like you picked up today?
Which was the only thing we learned was tones.
Show me like this, and you're like this.
There's.
Good. Hands down. Okay, so on Monday, because you just had a big concert, and I'm making you do this, and I appreciate it. Okay, on Monday, we're gonna finish watching our movie, and while we're moving it, you're gonna go out and take your quiz. Okay, deal? All right, thank you.
Okay.
Practice next.
Can I stop it?
These are my recording ladies today that helped me out.